All right. So I made a video about a week ago in regards to Andrew Gillum and his indiscretion. And someone came on and made a comment about morality and stuff like that, trying to be funny. And there've been comments on these boards, and they get blocked every time about this kind of stuff. I think one guy said something in regards to how Trump had been the best president ever, and I'm just like, you didn't even watch 2 minutes of my friggin' video. And I block all of them, block them and clear the comments. The point of my last video was not about morality. The point was about hypocrisy. That was the point. I might start leaving the comments up so I can go back and just tear them up, you know. Because it's not based upon logic. Like these comments are not based upon any logic. It's almost like they're desperate. It's a desperation. So they'll be like, well, you're against morality, when half of the video was talking about hypocrisy. It was talking about conservatives that ran hard against gays, and then they get caught in some gay stuff. There was a principle years ago that was against like certain books that were really well-known books. He was talking like I guess there was like pro-LGBT books, and he got caught for child porn, exchanging. He's a principal. You think that's morality? I made a comment about a former Illinois state rep that was very anti-LGBT, and he got caught at Coachella with a man, at a concert, with a man had his hands on his pants. Is that morality? And I meant to go into it depth. Let's go in depth with it. This guy, his family has pretty much, blew him off. His family didn't want him to come visit. They tell him to go back to California. His family tells him that, we don't love you. He needs to get orientation therapy and all this kind of stuff. They don't love him. I felt bad for him in that way, that here he's played a role for 20, 30 years. He comes out as gay and his family's like, fuck you. Is that morality? Is that your kind of morality? I mentioned, there was another guy, it was in a bathroom with a wide stance playing footsie with an undercover cop. Is that morality? These are some of your most, there's something about that. There's something about homosexuality and extreme white nationalist stuff. There's something there. I don't know what it is. Same thing with the Nazis. There is something about that fascist stuff that attracts gay men. It does. It was the same thing back in World War II. It's the same thing with Milo and Dave Rubin and them. There's definitely something there. It's like playing with fire or playing with a razor. It's something that will hurt you, and you know it, but you do it anyway out of some weird fascination. Some folks like to watch things burn. People out here, they like to watch things burn. Pyromaniacs. That has to exist. People that like to cut themselves. That exists. Don't understand it, but none of that's morality. That's hypocrisy. And I could give you a lot more examples of conservatives that have been caught fucking the congressional page and stuff, congressional page boys, and there's plenty of stuff like that out there. My interest here, my point here is not to attack anybody or to make anybody feel bad or to somehow get moral points for coming out against them. My point is, they went out of their way to go after homosexuals. I'm not going to ignore when they fuck up, because they've done so much to hurt groups that are minority groups historically. Also, if you're a conservative and you're doing that, whether you're in the closet or not, and you're using homosexuality as a dividing thing to say all gays are nasty, all gays use drugs, if that's your point, you're basing your politics upon division. You really are. Even if you're not calling for violence or even hinting at it, you're using that as a dividing thing. You're not like with Live and Let Live, which I always thought conservatives were. You're using that to beat them over the head. So anyone that does that uses that to divide people, and then it comes out they get caught in a gay scandal, I don't feel bad for them. If that means I'm running against morality, but you know what I realized? Conservatives over the last 5 years, over the last few years with Trump, there has been a real shift in what they think morals even is. So I wanna make sure I make this video with that in mind, that they have different morals now with Trump. Racism's okay, sexual bigotry is okay. It's anybody that talks about police brutality or income inequality hates America, even though a lot of Americans, I think that hurts conservatism. I think conservatism is kind of like by itself. They've isolated themselves in many ways when they do that, which is good. It's very good. It makes them more violent, but it's good because at one time they could do like a Mitt Romney and be like, well, I'm a conservative, but I'm going to work to make society better for all. You had that. And now with Trump, Republican Party is like, no, fuck everybody. It's all about guns and low taxes and beating gay people over the head and beating blacks and Hispanics over the head. That's where they've gone to now. You want to call that morality? Hey, whatever. But that's what so there's definitely been a shift. There's been a real change in their definitions, in their talking points. Trump has really driven them pretty far to the right. And under that new paradigm, anything that's left of the Third Reich is basically, a communist. You're a socialist. Peace out.